Mr. Love,
Mr. Oracle, how art thou?
you've been waiting your turn, and I personally want to congratulate you on your insistence that I pay attention to you because I ignored your last call just a short while ago.
My friend, it's all in the flow, is it not?
It is the flow, and you called back again at the perfect time because I just hung up with the first conversation in 7 months with my almost to be ex.
Well, so am I privy to some sort of special state of mind on your part, right? Because a result of that?
Well, let's just say that was partially the result of a new state of mind that I would like to talk to you about.
Oh, wow. The timing couldn't be better then.
Okay.
My God.
So if you could put yourself in a state where you don't need to pay attention to your body or anyone else, where you can just relax and be comfortable.
Well, I'm actually achieving that position as we speak.
Okay, I was assuming so. I just wanted to make sure so that your
Well,
conscious.
let me just as a qualifier or a disclaimer. I just left the wedding ceremony.
Oh yeah.
And for my niece, Olivia June, and her Zach Williams.
Yeah.
It was spectacular. It was a 1923 estate and just decked out in every sense of the
Kind of a great
I mean, it had like stuffed zebras and polar bears and training.
a great Gatsby show.
I mean, in every sense of the word, right? And it was like walking through a Maxfield Parrish painting. So I'm on the high-end champagne right now, and we had talked earlier. I just thought I'd give you a call out of courtesy about, in case you were slightly wondering.
Okay. Well, so are you in the midst of that celebration right now?
Well, no, it's wrapped up.
Okay, so are you at a point where you want me to talk for a few minutes?
Sure, that's fine with me.
Okay, great. Okay, so here I go.
Okay.
Okay, so what I just told my wife, who said she was going to drop the 3 lawsuits that she was going to serve me with, and said, "Hey, I want to be at peace instead." And I said, "Yes, okay, so peace is initially a détente then, because you don't trust me and I don't trust you. But yes, peace, of course. A truce, détente.
Give peace a chance.
Yes, give peace a chance." So I said, "Okay, I accept that. But, this has been a one-sided fight. I'm not fighting you. I'm not joining you on that level of consciousness. I'm not choosing to hate you. I'm not choosing to try and destroy you. I'm still trying to help you. I'm still replying with good for your evil, so to speak, in reference in the Bible, right?"
What a remarkable segue away from the normal reaction.
Yes, a remarkable segue away from the normal reaction. I've been blessing her with peace for 7 months, and now she finally accepted it, and then said, "But please, you too." And I said, "No, I want you to not just want peace between us. I want you to want to choose peace for me, and I want you to experience peace as the truth of you. I want you to open your heart and open your mind because your heart is still shut down. I could feel it right now in this moment. And so you have to choose to open that heart. You have to choose.
That's a huge ambition, my friend.
And you have to choose to be responsible for your reality. And you have to choose to actually forgive me. And you have to choose to let the past be the past. And you have to choose, and that's what you have.
The high ground has never been an easy path.
No, so if you're going to have a relationship with me anymore, except the bare minimum possible, which is text back and forth.
We have kids, right?
Yeah, but that's what I said. She said she wanted to talk, and I said, "Here's my prerequisites." And there actually has your petition actually has to be true in your own heart, and you have and not just right at the point where you do it. It has to be
How
your.
many kids are there, actually?
2.
2. Okay, so this is a pretty serious negotiation at this point.
Okay, so how does that relate to you? I don't need to talk to you anymore about her.
No, look, like if this is what's on your mind and your heart, my friend, if I'm going to be a friend, I'll listen to what you have to say and give you some sort of comfort or perspective on it.
Yeah,
You know,
but I don't I
we
don't
had talked earlier about uniting on this night, and I just want to just follow up with my.
I'm starting to drive back to Los Angeles tomorrow morning.
Where
I'm,
are you now?
and I'm in Provo, Utah.
Okay, so you're out of town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So so any rate, because I know that you know what you know, that you've had the experiences that you've had, that you spend a lifetime traveling around the holy places of the world and meeting the
Yes.
gurus and the holy men of the world. I
Uh-huh.
want to take it. I want to take advantage of that lifetime of experience, and to show you that even today, still, one of your friends can still, as one of those gurus did, open and allow the transcendent to be a part of their experience and expression in life.
Well, it's a huge challenge. I mean, what you're talking about is a departure from normal human interaction.
Oh yeah. Oh no. The whole paradigm of the human experience. It's asked for a reconfiguration of the potential reality that we share. It's monumental.
You know, I'm still stuck on the fact that the cosmos exists inside of us and outside of us, and it's parallel. So it's like we're carrying around a mirror image of a phenomenal, uh, what do I say, whether emphasis or action, of like manifesting the cosmos, and this is beyond all the fact that the black holes or anything that's like the negative, unnameable energy or unseeable or unmeasurable. But so what happens is, you know what, in our interpersonal relationships, which you're going through now, and this is so human, to do this, the challenge of it. This is where politics were born, my friend. And what happens is, we strive to the truth. We all have our perspective. And if there can be even a remote meeting of the minds between the two of you, it's a success beyond.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm not willing to settle for that. I'm only willing to have a relationship with somebody who's willing to be the best version of themselves as their choice of who they want to be with me. I want to be the best possible version of myself, and I want to interact with people who've chosen the same for themselves.
That's kind of a lifetime occupation, don't you think?
No, it's something that you can experience right now in this moment, because you can experience what I just said as my relationship wish for you. And so if you choose that for
Well,
your,
thank you.
if you choose that for yourself, you've got a partner. Hey, guess what? Yeah, me too. I said the same thing.
Nice. You know what? That's comforting. It's the only word I can use for that.
Okay.
It is.
So in that, what I'm saying is I want such for the best for myself so much that I can imagine you wanting to be anything other than fucking transcendent when you're with me.
You know what? If you look, there's no accidents and no miracles. There was a time when I went to India. We knew the Swami that could appear in like 10 places at once.
Yeah, okay.
And like what happened
Any
was,
normal person would say 4 is plenty.
okay, so look, he hired a public relations director, a guy who was liaison to the public who knew.
He should have hired 10.
And so what happened was, the irony, my friend, was this. The public relations guy hired us, had taken a vow of silence for 10 years. So what he did is he wrote everything on a chalkboard on a string around his neck. These one-liners in India blew our minds.
Wow.
And I remember one of the things he said, if more than any other, the one that I recall, was no accidents, no present before you.
That's right.
And it's so challenging.
Yeah, no, because it's not that you have to look so hard for what you need, but it's that you need to let go so much of how hard you're holding on to the idea of yourself as the truth of who you are.
Well, yeah, if you're already in, how do you resolve that between your mortal condition?
Yeah, well, you have to be your normal condition. You have to accept your normal condition as your of your personal creation of yourself, just like your body condition is. You know, you conditioned your mind, and you can.
David, our bodies, our culture, I mean, as far as we're concerned, only about 18% of our bodies are actually us.
Well, whatever the point is whatever control you had over it, you had. You made your choices, you took your actions, and your body is largely a result of your choices, regardless of the fact that you're only 18%. Only 18% of your body is your body.
Well, those choices are divvied up between a lot of influences.
Okay. But let's not stay down that rabbit hole. That was just a way to clarify a point.
Yeah, I understand.
And so I didn't want to make that the focus of our discussion as how we can open our minds, open each other's minds on that.
I don't mean to be interrupting all the time, which is probably rude on my part, but if I'd love to describe to you where we were this evening.
Right. But you can tell me that tomorrow. This is the time that we have that moment. Yeah, please. Because we're at a moment where we're expressing the potential reality that we're each choosing to move into. In other words, you've had a lifetime of experiences with people so miraculous they could be in 10 places at one time. Okay, so that's the standard. That's how much consciousness here is possible. You saw a guy do it. You experienced his wisdom. You experienced his presence. You saw his understanding. And so, okay, so we don't need to talk about that anymore. We just know that you've got a standard that's fucking awesome. So on the...
Hard to achieve, I guess.
No, but you got the standard that's fucking awesome. And once you have a standard, the purpose of your knowing that is for you to have had that experience, that you know that is fucking possible. That's real, that happens, that exists, that potential, that potential can be realized here. So now that you know that, if it can happen for one, it can happen for all, and it never does, and it barely ever happens for one. So let's turn that dynamic on its head.
Give peace a chance, baby.
Yeah, give peace a chance. Okay, but first, if peace to the point of a radiant bliss was your experience of your own heart and your mind, your soul, and the structure of your body, a radiant bliss, if you were just willing to experience that and get your mind out of the way of saying what has to happen or can't happen and is possible and is impossible, just say, yeah, man, I'm open to that. And you open to that. And you allow the fact that exists anywhere in the universe to know that, hey, here's another being that's open. Here I come. And there it is right for you as soon as you opened the bliss that you thought was an impossible achievement.
Yes.
So here it is, man. Open your heart and see if it is. And and open your heart. As soon as you do, you say, yeah, there's the bliss.
I'm already well around the bend on that.
Now, the bliss is all of this. The bliss is all of this. It permeates every aspect of you. And every aspect.
Well, on an atomic level, it permeates its vibrations of creativity.
Yeah, but not from the mind, from the experience, please. Not as a way of sharing knowledge, but as a way of sharing your moments, the experience of you in that moment as that. Share that frequency with me as your expression. Not as your words, not as your knowledge, not as your knowing, but as your essence.
Okay.
Yeah, and not as not as something that you have to do and have to become, but something that you already are and always have been, and all you got to do is notice that you're not willing to experience that, and then change your mind. Oh, I haven't been willing to experience that. Look at this. Look at who I am. Look at how I feel. Look at how I look at things. Look at my opinions of other people. Look at how I hold myself and carry myself, and look at how I communicate, and what is real about any of this. Am I a creature in a playing a role in a reality that is entirely pretense? It's real as shit, but everybody's pretending. There's no one here that's not. So are you going to complete this life of pretense, or are you going to wake up in it? Okay, so let's both choose to wake up in it. And it's an impossible choice, but choose it anyway. You have to want to choose it first. You know you can't, but you want to. And so you focus on wanting to choose that for yourself, knowing that you can't, but wanting to. And the more that you focus on your desire to choose that, even though you're unable to choose, but the desire that you could choose that you would ever choose that for yourself. I desire to experience the transcendent, the opening, the realization, the completion, that universal nature of self. I'm open to that, but I can't say yes. Wait. The more I open, the more I'm getting closer and closer to saying yes. The more I allow this reality, to this earth and others, to be the way that they are in this exact moment, without any criticism, this universe just granted you your freedom. Now you're free to move here as a free expression of consciousness, because you've gotten out of oppositional consciousness with anybody, because you realize the entire reality is a pretense and everybody's fucked up in their own unique way, and that it's those fuck ups that make it so funny here.
Meanwhile, a million galaxies drift in radiance over your head.
Yeah, exactly, man. You don't drop your consciousness into one of tens of trillions of realities, and drop your consciousness in there and let it drop on a life form, and you go, oh God, I'm a cat. Where's the mouse? No, if you drop into a body, especially a human body, that can consider itself, into hell or into heaven, then you're in for a great ride here. Just
so this week, my friend Eddie Van Halen died.
Yeah. So Van Halen is here to say one thing: if you don't at least party like I did, you're not doing anything for yourself. Life has to be the celebration it was for me, or better. Or that's what I want for you. He was a happy guy. That's what I'm saying, is that's what he wants for everybody who loved him.
Well,
and
what he had was that impish grin.
Yeah.
And that grin just laid everybody over.
Okay, so what is it about you that, if you allowed it to happen, so that it was actually the other person's experience of you, it would lay them over?
Wait a minute. I can take this off speaker. Say that again, please. What is it about me? What?
What is it about your potential here, as the you that you are? What is it that you can move into, freely expressing for yourself based upon who and what you are in this moment? Where can you move into? No, not as a defined activity for an indeterminate future, but as how much transformation can you allow in
I
this,
went around
in each moment.
to every table at the wedding of the 1923 mansion overlooking all of Hollywood and downtown LA. And I went to every table and introduced myself as the drunk uncle. And I told ghost stories about Bali. I introduced every
That's one of my favorite, and that's
garden.
my favorite ghost story of all time. You know that.
Well, that was one. What did I tell you about? Well, okay, what was that? The 200 ghosts?
Yeah. That's a fabulous story, and okay, so let me have the reins again, and because we're not we're not, we're yeah. Well, we're not. Yeah, I do forgive you, but I have to keep bringing us back to to my intention for the moment.
Good. Don't go into your transcendental oracle mode. I love every minute of it.
Okay, good. So let's see if I can get back on track with that then.
You're already there.
Okay, so what I need from you is a willingness for me to be in oracle mode and for you to say, oh, this is going to be interesting for me to hear.
This is your heart opening up. You know what? I have ears to hear it. This is your heart.
I'm experiencing it. I'm experiencing, you're saying this is my heart going, opening up. I'm feeling my heart open according to your words.
And, there's never been any doubt in your mind that I have ears to hear this. Despite my flippancy.
Okay, so even with your flippancy and with your willingness to hear, I want you to experience the movement of the consciousness behind the words, behind the expression, because the words are imperfect. It's going through a mind that has a lifetime of suppression. So I'm doing the best that I can. But if you follow that back to the source, if you follow my words back to my consciousness, then we can transcend without words.
I've got time for this between now and the dry descent. Clemente, tell me yes.
Yes. Tell yourself yes. Good idea.
My friend.
Because everyone needs a friend that's willing to allow them to experience a transcendent expression of themselves.
I grant you a full authority to be who you are in every radiant manner.
Well, that's fucking awesome. Same to you.
Thank
Now let's experience it, that the other person's wish for us as our experience of ourselves. Okay, so open up and receive my wish for you.
Thank you.
Now go, oh my goodness, he actually does wish well for me. He actually does hope that the best of me is who I express myself as here. He might have a little bit of concern about how I attempt that or what I surrender into, but his wish for me is for the best possible experience. So I'm going to let the best possible experience, your wish for me, be my experience of myself. And I'm going to allow that to transform whatever part of my physical reality needs to transform. Shut down a part of my heart that's shut down and cold and unconscious and afraid and traumatized, right? I'm going to allow myself to be present there again. And I'm going to allow myself to know that I'm in a reality where someone is saying, yeah, let that go. You don't need that anymore. You don't need to hold on to that, and you don't need to protect yourself anymore because you're grown up now. You're old enough for the fullness of your realization, for the completion of your eternal nature as your experience of yourself here. It's not hard and it's not easy. It's just something that's either real for you or not, according to whether you put your attention on it or not. That's all.
Yes.
So put your attention on your universal wholeness Your universal wholeness, not someone else's, yours. Notice that your wholeness permeates this entire universe. Yours, not mine, not somebody
Or you're
else's,
50 feet
not
around
some
either.
God's. Okay, okay, so yeah, I'll take a look at your wholeness.
Hey, don't be checking out my holes.
Well, there's nothing I want
I'm
to put in
sorry.
that. There's nothing I want to put in any of those holes. You know that. Except your ears,
You know, look,
except
I
your
love you so
ears, and
much.
that's just
You're fucking
vibrations.
awesome.
I only want to put vibrations into your ears that cause the rest of you to say, fuck yes, I'm free.
Dude, you are fucking so awesome, David. I'm all in with your program. You're fucking radiant. Say no more. I swear to God, my brother, it's like soul medicine from the source of the true.
Yeah, thank you.
You know,
Soul medicine. That's
okay,
it.
look,
So take your
I'm
medicine, man.
here for you.
Take
And
your. I understand. You don't have to sell me. You don't have to sell me on you. All you have to do is let me give blessings. Let me give blessings. Let me give blessings and let you open up and receive them so that I know that I can give an irresistible blessing to someone. Allow me the freedom to be someone who can bless you with what you need. And not what you think you need, but what you actually need, which is your actual authentic wholeness.
And here we go.
Okay, so open and receive. Don't allow anyone to damn you anymore, especially yourself, because you're the only one that truly can. Forgive yourself. It doesn't matter what you did. It doesn't matter what you said. It doesn't matter what anyone else ever did or said to you either, because it was all done in pretense. You were pretending to be something that could be hurt. It wasn't real. It was a pretense. Yeah, it was real as hell, but it was virtual reality, even though it's the reality where you can die as a life form. But it has to get to the point where we're not merely operating in the collective level of the social consciousness of Earth anymore. It has to be better than that. It has to be beyond what people accept as the norm. It has to be the exception to the rule, the one where everything opened and everything blossomed and everything shot off in a million directions in creative ways that were beyond comprehension unless you were universally whole yourself. Open to that for you. A million directions of infinite creativity at the same time. Allow yourself to connect universally with that which is free and loving and grace and compassionate and that which knows that free expression of self and the willingness for the others to do the same is where we find our truth. Where we open to knowing our eternal nature when we're embodied. And that's what we're looking for, is the eternal nature of consciousness without any limitations caused by the body that you picked up and its connections and its history and traditions. You know, that's just knowledge. That's not a determining part of your experience of self. That's just data. The truth of you is always eternal. At the same time, it's temporal. It's the experience of the eternal. Conscious is the temporal. Conscious is the individual, awakened as the life form. That's what's real and true. Not the idea of you, not the personality, not the subconscious. Not the self. All of that transcends from what it was into the reality of truth itself, and that is, there is a fucking transcendent you that moves through eternity that's fucking amazing and beyond amazing. It's bliss. It's bliss. It's bliss so profound that there is nothing that it cannot heal. And so, open to your bliss. God bless you. The devil bless you. The whole universe bless you. Let the entire universe and every point of view bless you to that. Because you let that happen to anybody. Even you know who. Whose name shall not be named, because we're not getting into that conversation. You have to allow reality to shift for everybody. You can't hold back a transcendent experience for any enemy. Nobody's worthy, but everybody's worthy. Because it's true for them. Everything else is a nature that was taken on as an identity that's false. It's temporary, it's temporal, it's passing. It's not going to be here in the next moment that you enter a willingness to experience the transcendent as the truth of yourself. So let it happen. Let it happen.
Okay.
Let it be real for this reality, for everybody. Let it be a choice for everybody in this reality. I mean, how great would it be if your worst enemy had a transcendent experience and realized that his entire identity and ego was a lie and he's now free of it? Isn't that what you should bless your enemy to?
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so, man, bless the man. All of them. Every single one. See their universal potential within their individuality, whether or not they're choosing to see it or notice it or embody it themselves. Know that that's their truth. Know that that's what's real. And notice that they're still stuck in a role, in a dance, in a polarized interaction where they're right and the other person's wrong. And notice that you're in that dance and that you're the right one, and that those who think differently you are wrong. And
the ultimate dance is this. It's something you know nothing of. It's to ride a wave, a 20-foot wave, a mile out to sea, in the middle of the Pacific.
I do.
Against all the elements of the world, which I did repeatedly.
I haven't done that, but what I can tell you is that experience that you had then, that you know as the best of yourself, is how you surf reality in each moment. You surf the moment. You don't get stuck in it. You don't hit the pier.
No, you respond in your Zen mode.
You own your Zen mode. You own it. And not as a choice, but as an experience. It's really you.
David, it is true, really me. And thank you for pointing that out. And I would like my friend to recommend at this time that we get together and chat about this.
We'll get together some more.
Or a cup of tea or a bottle of wine.
Or a joint.
I like that.
So we'll do that. We'll do that sometime soon. Hey, the blackest part of my life, the most negative part of my reality, just said, let's not be black and negative anymore. And I'm going.
I'm so stoked for you. I really, genuinely am thankful that you're finding your path with your ex and with your new home and your feelings of things. I mean, it's like, you've put your heart into this and you deserve it. And, you have a friend in me. Wherever you go, I'm always amazed at what I know of you, the things you accomplish. It's always so substantial and inspired. It's a light on the horizon.
Well, let's flip and.
You know what? You have aspirations.
Let's we both want to experience that light of the horizon as a supernova now. So that's.
Well, the horizon, of course, is an illusion because it's our perceptions of it, not the actual physical world. But nevertheless, the point I'm making is this. I treasure your input and your friendship and your revelations as much as I do a breath of air. And I want to thank you.
That's a nice
In
thing to
every
say.
regard,
That's a really
your
nice.
camaraderie and your kindness.
That's a really
It's
nice
very
thing to
sweet of you
say. Because
share this.
I have a hard time living up to what I wish I could do. But I realized
The human race.
but I but I realized that what I can do is, instead of committing myself to anything other than being the best version of myself that I can in that moment, is silly. And so, okay, what state
Well,
of...
it's a work in progress, is it not? Like the
Yeah,
rest
of course. But just look what is possible when two people are saying, "Oh yeah, I'm willing to experience on that higher level. Let's do it." Done. Okay. Oh my God, I feel so much better.
As an oracle amazes me. I do not for any moment ever think that in my willingness to not be patient with it or to segue away is some sort of disregard.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
don't embrace that as like flippant or not understanding.
I appreciate it as you said it, and thank you for saying it.
Listen, if you have any revelations at a pure level, and I'm watching you as much as you're sharing the positive vibrations, I'm experiencing your opening, and it's I'm this partly poignant and partly and affirming, and also like a little kind of sad. It's like, because brother, you and I share this world. We're inhabitants of this cosmos. The cosmos is within us as well as around us. And these are things, where you're going is stuff that humanity has dealt with from the beginning of what consciousness is. And I, adore you for embracing it the way you have. It's awesome. And I just wish I could invite you to all the things.
It's all you can. I'm trying to change my life so much that all I do is spend my time sharing like this all day, every day.
It's so awesome. I mean, it's like, and I'm sure there are people that just are like fucking dumbfounded by, your ability to do this. They're swept away by it. My experience is this: I'm just verifying that what you're telling me is the truth, and it sort of like gives me a sense of like camaraderie. And it's like, yeah, we're all part of the French Foreign Legion together.
That's right.
If you understand what I'm saying. And it's like, I love you for that. Dude, it lifts me up. All of it's very uplifting. It's just benching and lucid and good. So I'm here over by the Dresden Los Feliz. I left this beautiful mansion.
1923.
I just want to tell you that it's like, this is a great repose for me. And we had talked earlier about me coming to visit you. I think I'm going to probably head back to OC. But you know what? I just want to catch up with you, David, because I'm so proud of
I'm going to send you. I did a draft of a brochure, and I want to talk to you about it tomorrow. And I'm going to have, I've got a salesman, that I told you about. I'm going to let him start selling to his contacts, and I'm going to build as we go. Because
this is your agenda, and it's gorgeous. You have to realize when you're talking to somebody who's like a 50-year fucking art director and fucking guy who was a creative director. You know what? I adore what you're doing. You're so sincere. That's all that matters. I mean, you're really just
see, because we don't have to create a pretense for me. All we have to do is show what's real. And
I know every major art association.
Okay, so we're going to start socializing. And we're going to let things get better for each of us individually. We're gonna allow ourselves to open and receive what we need to prosper. Okay.
I hope you weren't offended by
So,
me.
no, I'm not offended. I'm not offended of anything except by your inability to hear these words. So receive them.
I don't want to call it that.
I know it is. As long as you keep talking, you can't receive what is trying to come out of me.
That's okay. You know what? There's a time for that, but right now I'm parked on the street.
Oh, okay. I was trying to get just one last good one in. Okay, one last one. 30 seconds. Here it comes. Okay. So, Mr. Love, open and remember and experience yourself as that transcendent, universal love that is actually the graceful and eternal truth of the self that you are. Own that experience, receive it until it permeates you as your truth, because it is. But it has to be realized, which means made real in the body. So it's the realization of your own truth that sets you free. So if you consider yourself to be unfree or put upon by any aspect of this universe, then it's not the problem of the universe. It's the problem of our sense of self. So just open to that universal wholeness of you.
Thank you, my friend.
Okay, appreciate your letting me talk all this time. It was a beautiful gift.
You know what? I'm always thankful for it, and I'm here to encourage you in every way. I always was, and it's just in our limited connection in life, I'm particularly impressed with you, and I think that I'm thankful for Tamara for introducing us, and I just think you're a fabulous guy and smart and transcendental, and it's
Thanks. It's important. It's important to me that a few people have that experience of me, because it's a new experience for people. And so.
Well, you know what? You have a way of your power can grab people. You know what you can do.
I do.
When you're talking to me, you're talking to a sensei. You have to understand it's a little bit of a different relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm beautified and uplifted by your energy. Thank you. And I wish I could have shared the evening where we had.
Oh, I would have loved.
Send you a picture.
I would have loved to experience that.
And let's get together. I mean, if it's not tonight, it'll be soon. I hope.
Yeah, it will be. Thank you for the call.
Okay, brother.
Good night.
I'm down.
Okay. Over and out. Well, does the no person here who's ever watched one of these all the way through want me to say anything else? Not if you self-realized you don't. So stop wanting anything else from me. And self-realize your own true nature right now, in this moment. No more seeking, no more searching. Just a willingness to open and receive your own divine nature, your own universal truth. Open, and open, and open. And realize yourself. The truth that sets you free. The real you. The real you is the truth that sets you free. Be real. Be true. And be you. No more pretense. No more doubts. No more unconsciousness, no more not knowing. But be the experience of the wholeness and the completion. Have other people experience that truth of you. Yeah. I'm feeling something from somebody that's freeing me, that's for sure. So whoever this is, thank you. It's a beautiful thing you're choosing for yourself because it beautifies me. Cleanses me to my core because I know that somebody's adoring me. Because they adore themselves. And they adore it when anyone else chooses for self-realization. And they say, yeah, welcome back, man. It's like this. And they radiate their essence in a million directions at the same time. And reality goes, oh man, is that nice. You can't close your heart and radiate at the same time. Can't be done. Allow the radiance. Within yourself. And allow that radiance of you to transmute your reality, to burn off every lie, every belief, every idea, every pretense, leaving only what is supernatural about you, leaving only what can't be changed. And that is that you're a brilliant, beautiful, divine creator. Now you have no limitations in your full and free expression as long as you continue to open your heart to everyone